we want to take a look here at solving this equation, figuring out x. What value is going to make what number squared plus 5 times the number plus 1 is going to give us a 0. This doesn't factor. So how do we do this? Well, we use the most important discovery in mathematics ever. Opposite of b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, the quadratic equation. So this formula, opposite of b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, that right there will solve every single trinomial that I give you if you have it set equal to 0. It'll solve all of them, every single one. So why not use it all the time? Because it takes a little bit of time to do it, okay? As normal, there's probably going to be 2 solutions. That's why you have a plus and a minus there. So let's go ahead and jump in and do this. Now, who are A, who are B, and who are C? Well, your value in front of x squared is always your A value, which in this case is a 1. In front of the x is your B, and then right here, the number is going to be your C. So here's what we do. Here's what I recommend. To the side, we write out our A, B, and C value. A is 1, B is 5, C is 1. Now, here's what I also recommend. Go ahead and write the 4AC piece, this piece right here. We're going to go ahead and write 4AC. 4 times 1 is 4. Right? So now here are our solutions. X will be the opposite of B. Well, B is 5, so opposite of B, opposite of 5. Plus or minus, we're going to do a plus and get an answer, and then we're going to do a subtraction and get an answer. The square root of b squared, b is a 5, minus, we've already done 4ac right here. So whatever number's there, we just put right there. Boom. All divided by 2 times a. 2 times 1 is 2. So we're almost there. So x is equal to the opposite of 5, negative 5, plus or minus. That's 25 minus, that's the square root of 21. Okay, 25 minus 4 is 21, all divided by 2. Now we've gotten it, whoops, slid off the screen. Now we've gotten it to this point. We now need to go ahead and separate that plus minus. So we want to do x equals opposite of 5 plus square root of 21 over 2, or the other option, opposite or negative 5 minus square root of 21 over 2. So I just go ahead and I separate that plus minus. I go ahead and break it apart into its 2 pieces. And then we go ahead and use a calculator and get our answer. When we do this one, it's going to give us an approximate answer. We're going to go ahead and we'll round, normally round to the hundredths, but maybe the tenths is what is what I tell you to do in the homeworks, the tenths. We probably should go to the hundredths. Let me just think for a minute. I think this one gives us around negative 0.2, and the other one will give us around a negative 4.8 when we put it in the calculator. And you will have to put that guy into the calculator. Some teachers might say, hey, just stop right here. But let's go ahead and get our answer down to the tenths, to the nearest tenth. Okay, there's problem 1. Here's problem 2. Same thing. Let's get our A, B, and C value, and also our 4AC value. A, remember the number right there is 1. B is 2. C is 7. 4 times 1 times 7, 28. So X is equal. Opposite of B plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. So opposite of B, opposite of 2. Plus or minus square root b squared, 2 squared, which we'll just write 4, minus, we've already done 4ac, minus, 28, all over 2 times 8, 2. So we get x is negative 2 plus or minus square root of negative 24 over 2. Uh-oh, you can't take the square root of a negative number. That's an irrational number. We're dealing with just real numbers here. We're not dealing with irrational numbers. This tells me there is no solution. If you get a negative underneath the square root right there, there's not going to be a solution. That means there's no x that you can plug into number 2 here to ever get it to come out to be 0. It's not possible. There's problems 1 and 2.